And a nice little shot of the purple wave petunias and the princess of the garden. Gonna deadhead that one while I'm talking to you guys. So Princess says, happy, happy, happy.
We'd like to ask that you please subscribe, hit the like button, and the notify to stay current with our content. Thank you.
Well, another series of welcome to our garden. As you can see, the basil is doing beautifully. It needs to be the seeds taken off. I can't think of what that's called right this second, but you want to do that because once it goes to seed, kind of gets not so great and wonderful. Save the seeds, you can plant them next year. So thyme's doing beautifully. It's actually flowering out. Everything's gone to flower, and red lettuce is uncaged now, getting a little leggy. And I think I have a chipmunk that is crawling up in this thing and eating my parsley. Here you will see some volunteer, I believe that's holy basil. Very fragrant, kind of peppery tasting. Mint's doing well. Oregano is doing well. Got a couple little marigolds in there. And the dinosaur kale has really taken off. It gets about 3 feet tall, so not exactly the right container for it, but it does keep the groundhogs off of it. And I think these are jalapenos. And the spinach has gone to seed as well. Very leggy. Didn't do real well. So here's a volunteer milkweed. The butterflies love it. I've said that before, say it again. And here we have some peppers that actually came back and a new caging system for the bell peppers. And here you will see, look at that lovely, lovely, lovely bell pepper right down there. So they're doing great. Same with celery. Wave petunias, kind of not the right pots for them, so we'll have to do some rethinking for next year. And then here we have the zucchini. Again, we took a Fast Track and got some dog kennel panels and put it around this. Seems to be working and giving it room to grow. And again, right there is a volunteer holy basil used in cooking, again, peppery spices. The Macedonian peppers are doing beautifully. And we have some begonias. These little guys actually came back from next year. Aren't they just gorgeous? So put those in a hanging pot, and they're doing well. And another set of begonias. The canna lilies are coming along nicely. They like living by that gutter. And you'll see perennial begonias struggling along, but I'm hoping they take deep root and come back next year. And moss rose, again, that is a very drought tolerant plant, so it can be in those hangers, no problems. And we have over here what the seed packet said was milletone. However, I am questioning that. Every one of them are flowering. I think it kind of looks more like a squash or a zucchini, so we'll wait and see what it does. All of them are flowering. And you can see lots and lots of milkweed here. So butterflies should be coming to that soon. This flower bed is making a recovery from groundhogs. In the back here on the right hand side you will see marigolds coming up, and those are supposed to be the jumbo marigolds that get to be about 3 feet tall apparently. So we'll see how that works out. Did move some plants around a bit, and you can see that begonia pot looks really great, really wonderful, and marigolds. And what I did move was the wave petunias into a clay pot, so they seem to be happy there. They're getting what they need. And I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but these are my little pink and orange chairs. The pink is kind of faded to look orange, but have some, what are those called? New Guinea impatiens. And what's fun about that is when I was a kid, I had Barbie furniture and it was pink and orange, just like that. So it reminds me of my youth. And again, these guys are doing nicely. These wave petunias, you may remember, got mowed down pretty hard, and they're doing well. So sometimes you just give it a chance and it'll come back and surprise you. So I did move the artichokes, or not artichokes, Brussels sprouts that I had here. Moved them into the big garden, and so we finally got the big garden put together, and we're working on that. Weeds are grass kind of giving us trouble here with the artichokes that we're growing. I did get the grass around that one moved, so it's looking good. It's happy. And sorry, insects. Artichokes that I still have to work on a bit. Moving right along, we have the rosemary. It's doing nicely. And see, the wedding candles are coming back. You know, just be patient. Part of gardening is patience and observation. And over here, you will see our tomatoes in pots and peppers, and they're doing nicely. I mean, look at that beautiful tomato right there. And the zucchini came back, so we'll see how she does. I think it's her, I don't know. These are the early girls, and it's not even July yet, and so we're waiting. I have a neighbor friend who says, don't be surprised if your tomatoes disappear overnight. So now I know where to go looking if my tomatoes disappear overnight. So fun stuff. And this one should be getting some fruits on it here, as you can see, little flowers. Okay, and now you will see our big garden. Big garden is constructed with dog kennel panels. Keeps the deer out. Might not keep the chipmunks out, but definitely keeps the deer out. Just got this planted a little late because we had some fencing issues to deal with. But along here you will see a variety of plants. We've planted more artichokes, more Brussels sprouts, hot banana peppers, a variety of peppers, pumpkins and squash and other things, butternut squash, zucchinis, and they're happy over here. You do have to hoe a bit, so you got to keep ahead of those weeds. And interestingly enough about this garden, it is in the shadow of a black walnut tree, and tomatoes rarely do well in the shadow of a black walnut, in case you didn't know that. We are trying to keep this one free of tomatoes. That's a Brussels sprout that I've had growing since about April. Now that it's in the open in the sun, maybe it'll take off a little bit. So we have a couple little tomatoes there, more peppers and artichokes, like I said, and repurposed a broken measuring tape. It broke, and I thought, well, you know what? Actually, my husband thought, why don't you use it for spacing in the garden? Great idea. I love repurposing things. So, as you can see, here's our garden. Welcome to our world, and hope you enjoy this. Thanks, and have a great day.
You know, forget buying expensive toys for your kittens and cats. We find that just picking the aircraft spruce box and the paper on the tile floor is more than enough amusement for them for hours.